Hey guys, I'm Haley Smalls, and I'm a singer, songwriter, and recording artist from Toronto, Canada. And allow me to introduce myself.
Who's up and coming? Who's got next? This is.
Allow me to introduce myself.
Don't tell me I should take my time, 'cause I just wanna dive right in.
I grew up doing like a lot of different lessons and stuff like that. So I took piano lessons, I dabbled on the guitar, but I don't really focus on those instruments, just more so vocalist, writing, and yeah, those hats that you mentioned. With my creative processes, I've had different creative processes over time. I think they always change, and I don't ever stick to just one creative process. So when I'm working with, production, obviously, a lot of people who do know me know that my main producer is Megaman, and so we've had our creative process for many years. I've also worked with other producers as well throughout the course of my career. But for me, sometimes it could start with having a beat and then writing to it based on, whatever I feel like writing at the time, whatever concept I feel like writing, whatever, style. I try to not box myself in to any boxes and try to get, creative and innovative as much as I can. Sometimes I'll just write to even like a piano loop or like a guitar loop, and then Mega will go in and he'll just like, create around it. And I love that process because it does help me be very free and kind of, do what I want. And then he gets to be free with however he hears it and what direction he hears it going in as well. So yeah, the creative process is exciting because there's really no rules. A lot. Yeah, I think starting at such a young age, you kind of come in with these like rose-colored glasses, and you think the music industry is going to be like a certain way, which is normal because obviously kids don't know. So I just kind of went off of my natural love and passion for music. And so, like, as I made my way through the music industry, I realized what the industry was and the business of it meant, the dark sides and the bright sides, because there's both. But I think just being like a female artist, growing up in the industry, there's just a lot of hurdles, a lot of challenges, especially when it comes to working with certain people and, people that may want to take advantage of you contractually, in other dark ways. So, I navigated around all of that and then eventually kind of started figuring things out for myself to just how I wanted things to go personally and professionally. Honestly, and you may have heard this before, I think that it's definitely scarier performing in front of an intimate crowd. And the reason why is because you can really feel the energy of an intimate crowd. You can see the eyes on you. You can really feel the intimacy of that crowd. Whereas 30,000, 60,000 people is almost feels like a dream. It almost feels like a blur.
Don't let me down, say you will stay. I can't end no one more heartbreak. Don't treat it like my love's a waste.
I think that is a great question, like what success looks like for me. I think I've said this to many people. I think success looks very different to everybody, really. So for me, I've gone through the ups and downs of, working with different people in the industry. And I think that taught me a lot about what success looks like to me. And so like I've chosen to remain independent. I have a lot of, great people in my corner that help me move things forward with my career. But success for me is really just doing what you love and, pushing that forward each day and enjoying it. And that's what success looks like for me, because I think that a lot of people put numbers to things, and like obviously we all in this world, money's a thing, and some people do it for the fame, and there's nothing wrong with that. But for me personally, like I really have to stick with who I am and what I love, and as long as I'm doing that, I feel successful. Surprising about me that people don't know. This might be kind of boring, but I really just love to read. I'm really into like, I don't know how, I don't want to call it like, I think self-improvement. Like I love reading about self-improvement. I love reading about like quantum mechanics and like how like the quantum field works. Things to do with like energy and how energy works and how energy works in the body. Things of that nature.
I know it shouldn't matter to me. A label doesn't change what's real and what is fake, but some things are not meant to be.
Getting the attention from Beyonce was definitely a moment. Obviously, it's the Beyonce, so yeah, it was really cool. At that time, I was just doing a lot of covers on my YouTube channel. I hadn't really put out original music much at that time, so and YouTube covers were like popping at the time, you know. So you do like the latest cover, and hopefully the views would come in off of that. So yeah, when Beyonce posted it on her Facebook page, obviously it garnered a lot of attention, and that was just like really cool to have her, you know, shout me and my cousin out for that cover that we did. It was definitely a moment. My hidden talent is that I actually trained in classical music for about 4 or 5 years. Yeah, so I would just like with my vocal teacher, he felt at the time I was very resistant to it. I was young. It was probably around maybe like when I was 12, 13, 14 years old. And he really felt like that would help me develop, especially like the upper range, falsetto range of my voice. At that time, I really just wanted to just sing R&B and pop music, but it was really, really helpful. It did actually play a big part in developing the higher range of my voice. And so, yeah, I would sing like Italian songs and yeah, just like classical and operatic songs.
Complicated, got me going on intoxicated. I just wanna be your favorite. I just wanna be your favorite.
So you guys can check out my album. It's called Timelines. It's out right now. Also, my single called Frozen is also out. You can check that out. All information on everything is at HaileySmallsMusic.com, and you can also find all of the music everywhere you can stream music. Hey, I'm Hailey Smalls, and I just introduced myself.